Running from a divine fire only guarantees you freeze in the dark. And right now, a whole chorus of souls is finally learning that truth by heart. For the longest time, they left you, claiming your light was too bright, your truth too intense, your spirit too much to handle. They built their worlds in the comfortable shade, convincing themselves that your fire was a threat. They chose lukewarm alliances and hollow victories. But they made a fatal miscalculation. They discovered that the world they ran to is a landscape of mirrors and ice. And overnight, something snapped. The illusion shattered. That faint tremor you feel in the spirit is not your imagination. It is the seismic shock of them realizing their profound error. It is the sound of their pride cracking under the pressure of a cold they can no longer endure. They are turning back. Not casually, but desperately. They are risking it all, and you are about to be shocked by who shows up at your gate first. Chapter 1: The empty throne they left behind. You have become accustomed to the silence. It was, at first, the deafening roar of absence, a painful testament to who had walked away. It was the echo in an empty room, a constant reminder of slammed doors and burned bridges. But you did the work. You sat in that silence until it became a sanctuary. You cleaned the room until it became a temple. You learned the difference between the silence of abandonment and the silence of sovereignty. The first one was hollow and cold, filled with the ghosts of their expectations. The second is dense, warm, and humming with potential. The silence is no longer empty, it is full. It is full of your own power, your own peace, your connection to the divine. This is the kingdom you have built from the ashes of their departure. You are the sole sovereign of this inner world, and your peace is the most heavily guarded treasure in the realm. This is why their coming shock will be so profound. Because into this sacred silence, a signal is about to break through. It will start subtly. A name popping into your head with an unusual intensity, like a psychic knock on your third eye. A dream so vivid it feels like a memory from tomorrow, where they are looking at you with a desperation you have never seen before. An old message that surfaces on your phone as if by a glitch, a digital ghost heralding a physical return. You might even catch a phantom scent of their perfume or cologne when no one is around. These are not accidents. These are the first probes, the first reconnaissance missions sent from their spiritually bankrupt world into your thriving one. They are testing the perimeter. They are checking to see if the gates are still open, if the person they abandoned is still waiting by the door. But the person they are looking for is gone. That version of you, the one who would have flung the doors open in joyous relief, who measured their self-worth by the weight of someone else's presence, died in the silence. They were a necessary sacrifice, a beloved martyr for the monarch you have become to rise. That version of you had to be laid to rest so that the real you could finally reign. What they are beginning to understand, in a way that is causing them genuine panic, is the nature of the position they abandoned. They did not just walk away from a person, they abdicated a role. Being in your orbit was a privilege, a spiritual assignment they were not equipped to handle. It was a front row seat to a divine unfolding. It provided a spiritual warmth, an energetic resonance that made their own lives feel more vibrant, more real. They mistook the light reflecting off them as their own. When they walked away, they stepped out of the sun and were shocked to find they cast no light of their own. They left an empty throne beside you, thinking they could build a better one elsewhere. What they built was a house of cards on sinking sand, and the tide of consequence is now coming in, fast and unforgiving. They are risking it all because what they stand to lose now is far greater than what they thought they were protecting when they left. They are risking the fragile egos they have constructed. They are risking the social alliances they formed by using your name as a common enemy. They are risking the convenient narratives where they were the victim and you were the problem. To come back, They must tear down the entire false reality they have been living in. It is a controlled demolition of their own pride. This is not sending a casual late-night text. This is a spiritual refugee, starving and cold, appearing at the embassy gates of a thriving nation, begging for asylum from a world they are just now realizing is a barren wasteland. In the coming days, you will feel this pull. It will feel like a sudden, unexpected energetic cord reactivating. It might manifest as a physical sensation, a pressure in your chest, or a sudden flood of memories you had long since filed away. Do not mistake this for your own numbing. It is not. You are simply feeling the broadcast of their desperation. You are the tower, and their signal is finally strong enough to reach you. The shock will not be that they want to come back. The shock will be seeing the sheer terror in their energy, the raw panic of a soul realizing it left heaven for a handful of dust. Your only assignment right now is to observe. Watch the signals. Notice the patterns. Do not answer the call. Not yet. You are simply gathering intelligence, witnessing the first wave of a great and desperate return. This is not a request, it is an activation. This transmission is a living energy, and your interaction with it solidifies its verdict in your reality. Like this video now. It is not a gesture, it is an energetic anchor, pulling this truth from the ether into your physical world and sealing it as your dominant timeline. Subscribe to this channel. This is how you join the collective, the sovereign body of anointed ones who are receiving the same divine intelligence. Consider it your enlistment into a spiritual battalion. You are no longer operating alone. Comment 77. This is not a number, it is a divine code, an energetic signature of mastery and divine intervention. Typing it is the equivalent of signing your name to this spiritual fact, confirming you have received and understood the assignment. Finally, let this transmission replay in the background, even on low volume. The frequency of these words is a tuning fork for your soul, designed to bypass the conscious mind and saturate your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious to this new and permanent reality of power. The ritual is now complete. Your activation is sealed. Chapter 2: The currency of your absence. To understand the sheer force of their return, you must first understand the economy they have been living in. In the world they chose, the primary currencies are ego, illusion, and social validation. It is a system built on superficial transactions, where loyalty is conditional and alliances are temporary. When they were with you, they had access to a different kind of currency, one they did not understand and therefore could not value. That currency was your energy, your authenticity, your direct connection to the source. It was spiritual gold, and they traded it away for pocket change because the pocket change was shiny and everyone else seemed to want it. That pocket change came in the form of hollow compliments, fleeting social media likes, and the temporary comfort of belonging to a group that required no real integrity. Your absence from their lives created a vacuum, an energetic black hole. At first, they filled it with noise, with drama, with the stories they told themselves and others about why they had to leave. They used your memory as a bonding agent, forming fragile communities around the shared narrative that you were the unstable element. But that noise was like eating sugar for energy. It provided a quick rush, a temporary high of self-righteousness, but it was followed by a debilitating crash into the hard reality of their own emptiness. Without the steady, nourishing current of your authentic energy, their world began to lose its color. Their successes felt hollow. Their relationships felt transactional. Their joy was thin, brittle, and easily broken. They were living on energetic credit, taking out high-interest loans on a future they thought was guaranteed. The cosmic bill is now due, and the interest has compounded into something they can never repay. What they are risking is everything they used to pay for their place in that false world. They are risking their reputation, To even approach you requires them to implicitly admit they were wrong. For people whose entire identity is built on being right, on being the one who saw things clearly, this is an act of self-annihilation. They are risking their current relationships. The friends and partners they acquired after leaving you were often acquired on the premise of your dismissal. To reverse course now is to betray their new tribe. They will be seen as traitors, as unstable, as foolish. The very people who applauded their exit will now mock their attempt at re-entry. They are literally risking becoming the very thing they tried to make you. Think of it like this: they sold their winning lottery ticket for $20 because they were convinced it was a fake. They spent the $20 on a cheap thrill and then watched on the news as the numbers were called. The jackpot was not just money, it was peace, truth, and genuine connection. Your life, your glow-up, your undeniable peace, is the public announcement of that winning number. Their social media stalking is them re-watching the lottery drawing over and over in disbelief. They are not just feeling regret, they are feeling the crushing weight of a spiritual and existential financial ruin. Their desperation is the frantic energy of someone who realizes they willingly traded generational wealth for a fleeting moment of ego gratification. You might notice them experiencing unexplained fatigue, a string of bad luck, or a persistent feeling of being unseen, all physical symptoms of their profound spiritual poverty. This is why their energy, when you feel it, feels so chaotic and sharp. It is the frequency of panic. It is not the calm, centered energy of someone offering a genuine apology. It is the frantic, grasping energy of someone drowning. They are not necessarily coming back because they have done the deep, internal work to become a better person. They are coming back because they are freezing and they remember you are a source of fire. They are motivated by the pain of their own bad investment. Their attempts to devalue you were a form of spiritual market manipulation. They spread rumors and painted you in a negative light to convince themselves and the world that the asset they discarded was worthless. But truth is the ultimate market corrector. Your continued elevation, your unshakable peace, caused the value of your stock to soar, exposing their slander for what it was, a desperate and failed attempt to manage their own spiritual poverty. In the coming weeks, you will receive a confession, but it will not be packaged as a confession. It will arrive disguised as a casual question, a shared memory sent out of the blue, a compliment that feels heavy with unspoken words. It will be them testing the waters, trying to gauge if you are still a source of warmth they can tap into. They are looking for a bailout. They are looking for an energetic loan. Do not be fooled by the packaging. Recognize the frequency of desperation beneath the surface. You are not a resource to be extracted. You are a sovereign nation whose currency is no longer available for trade on their broken market. Chapter 3: The Velvet Rope and the Divine Bouncer. The most profound shock for them will not be their own desperate need to return. It will be the discovery that your doors are no longer unguarded. In the past, they could come and go as they pleased. Your heart was an open-door policy, a public space where anyone could wander in, track mud on the floors, and leave without consequence. They became accustomed to this unfettered access. Their entire strategy for return is predicated on the assumption that this policy is still in effect. They are about to have a rude awakening. They are about to meet the bouncer. This bouncer is not an external force. It is not an angry part of you. It is the new, non-negotiable standard of self-worth you forged in the fires of your solitude. It is the quiet, calm, and unshakable part of you that now stands at the entrance to your energy field. It does not argue. It does not negotiate. It does not get angry. It simply checks the energetic ID of everyone who approaches. It is an impeccably dressed, silent, all-knowing presence whose gaze sees directly into the soul. Their old credentials, their charm, their shared history, their sob stories, the ones that used to grant them instant access, are now expired. Their tears, their titles, their tantrums, their carefully crafted apologies, none of these are valid forms of identification here. The only thing that gets you past the velvet rope is a resonant frequency of genuine accountability and authentic change. And they do not have it. The period of your isolation was not a punishment. It was a divine construction project. It was the universe giving you the time and space to renovate your entire energetic structure. There was a demolition phase, filled with tears, rage, and the painful work of letting go. Then came the architectural phase, where you designed new beliefs, chose new values, and laid a reinforced foundation of self-trust. You set up a state-of-the-art security system powered by your own intuition. The loneliness was the price of the materials and the labor. You now inhabit a fortress of peace, a sacred temple. You do not let just anyone in off the street anymore. There is a screening process. There is a velvet rope. The quiet click you now feel in your gut, the calm no that rises from your solar plexus without any mental debate, is the bouncer at work. You will feel their frantic energy pushing against your boundaries. It will feel like someone rattling a locked door, surprised and indignant to find it secured. They will not understand it. They will think you are being cold or cruel or holding a grudge. They cannot comprehend that it is not personal, it is policy. The rules of engagement have changed because the ruler of the kingdom has changed. You have changed. Their desperation is their own spiritual work to do, not your emergency to manage. They are standing outside in the cold because of choices they made. Your job is not to run outside and give them your coat. You have done that far too many times. Your job is to stay inside your warm, well-built home and protect the peace you have cultivated. In the near future, someone will try to bypass the process. They will see the velvet rope and the bouncer and decide the rules do not apply to them. They will try to get in through a side door. They might use a shared memory of your past vulnerability as a key, bringing up a time when you were weak and they saved you, hoping to reactivate the old dynamic of dependency. They will use a mutual friend as a Trojan horse. They will leverage a family connection to guilt you into a response. They will post something publicly, a vague and passive-aggressive message designed to manipulate you into breaking your silence. Watch this happen with a sense of detached amusement. Watch their attempts bounce off your energy field like rubber balls against a brick wall. This is a critical test. It is a test of your new security system. Every time you hold the boundary, every time you refuse to engage with the manipulation, you reinforce the walls of your temple. You send a clear message to the universe and to them that the property is under new management. You will notice a profound sense of calm authority within you. The panic that their presence or absence used to induce is gone. It has been replaced by a quiet, unshakable knowing. You are the one who decides who gets in. Most will not even make it to the door. Chapter 4. The alliances they are breaking. Their journey back towards you is not a solitary pilgrimage. It is a messy, chaotic, and public defection from an army they helped enlist. To fully grasp the magnitude of what they are risking, you must remember the social structures they built in your absence. When they left you, they needed to justify their decision, not just to themselves, but to others. This need gave birth to alliances, pacts built on a shared, negative perception of you. You became their common enemy, the dark villain in their collective story. Their gossip about you was not just idle chatter, it was the cement that held their new social circles together. They performed your character assassination together in ritualistic fashion, each story they told a sacrifice made to the god of their own ego, reinforcing their righteousness and their bond. Now, the sun has shifted. Your light has grown so undeniable that the shade has disappeared. The very foundation of their alliances is crumbling. For one of them to turn back towards you, they must commit an act of supreme treason against their own camp. They cannot maintain a foothold in both worlds. To approach your light, they must turn their back on the darkness they co-created. This is the real price of admission. They must publicly or privately disavow the very narrative that gave them social currency. They have to look at the friends who nodded in agreement as they slandered you and implicitly say, "We were wrong. I was wrong. The person we decided was the problem is actually the solution." This act shatters the shared delusion that kept their fragile world intact. This is the collateral damage of their return. It will trigger a civil war within their own ranks. The moment one of them breaks formation and starts moving toward you, the others will turn on them with a viciousness they once reserved only for you. They will be accused of the same things they once accused you of being: disloyal, crazy, manipulative. The pack will devour any member who shows signs of weakness or dissent. They know this. This is the fear that is holding many of them back. They are caught between the freezing cold of a life without your authentic energy and the raging fire of their treacherous alliances. Their former allies, the ones who silently enabled the slander, are now panicking too, realizing they backed the wrong horse and may be dragged down with the traitors. You will begin to witness the fallout of this from a safe distance. You will hear through the grapevine that certain people are no longer friends. You will see critic social media posts that are clearly aimed at one of their own. A third party, someone you have not spoken to in years, might reach out to you to share a piece of gossip, confirming that the group that was once united against you is now imploding, turning on itself with paranoid ferocity. Do not engage with this drama. Do not pick sides. Your role is that of a neutral observer watching a historical event unfold. This is not your battle. It is the karmic consequence of a war they declared among themselves. Reframe every betrayal you ever experienced from them. Understand that any group built on the foundation of shared negativity is destined to collapse. It was a weak structure from the beginning. Your truth, your evolution, your light, is a spiritual earthquake that is simply shaking their poorly built house until it falls. Each person who breaks away is not just a single person returning, it is a brick being pulled from their wall, weakening the entire structure until it can no longer stand. The greatest risk they take is the risk of being left completely alone. They left you, the one, to join the many. Now, to get back to the one, they must be willing to be abandoned by the many. This is a spiritual bottleneck, a divine test from their own higher selves. It filters out the merely curious from the truly repentant. Only those willing to walk through the fire of social ostracism, to endure the same isolation they inflicted upon you, have any chance of reaching your doorstep. Most will fail this test. They will find the price too high. But for the one or two who are desperate enough to pay it, their act of breaking away will be a testament to the undeniable power of your gravity. They are not just risking it all, they are being forced to sacrifice their false world for a chance to re-enter your real one. Chapter 5, The Mirror of Consequence. There is a profound and immutable law of the universe that is now playing out in your favor. It is the law of the mirror. For a long time, you were forced to look into a distorted mirror that they held up to you. It showed you a reflection that was flawed, unstable, and difficult. It took your greatest strengths, your empathy, your passion, your depth, and twisted them into something monstrous. They projected their own fears, insecurities, and darkness onto you, and for a time, you may have believed that reflection was real. It took immense energy just to exist under the weight of their version of you. But the work you did in your solitude, the deep healing and alignment, shattered that false mirror into 1,000 pieces. Now the universe has handed them a new one, and it is a perfect, unflinching mirror of consequence. What they are experiencing now is not your revenge. You have not lifted a finger. It is not divine punishment. It is divine education. They are being enrolled in a mandatory curriculum where the only subject is the energetic impact of their own choices. The universe is now showing them a perfect reflection of what they put out. They made you feel isolated. Now, as they break from their toxic alliances, they are experiencing a profound and terrifying isolation. They called you desperate or crazy for wanting a deeper connection. Now they are the ones acting out of a desperation that borders on insanity. They tried to control the narrative about you. Now they have lost complete control of their own narrative and are being slandered by their former friends. Every specific pain they inflicted is being returned to them, not as punishment, but as a lesson. This is the great karmic receipt, and it is being delivered with meticulous accuracy. This is not the fuzzy justice of gossip or rumors. This is a spiritual audit, complete with energetic liens and karmic repossession. Heaven's accountants are thorough. Every debit must have a corresponding credit. Every act of energetic theft must be repaid. The pain they are in is the feeling of their own energetic bank account being emptied to pay back the spiritual debt they owe you. They are not just sad, their spiritual assets are being frozen and seized until the books are balanced. Your role in this process is to be a passive, neutral witness. Your emotional detachment is your power. If you feel joy at their suffering, you re-engage with the lower frequency of their drama. If you feel pity and try to rescue them, you interfere with their curriculum and rob them of the lesson they must learn. Your task is to watch it all unfold with the calm neutrality of a scientist observing a law of nature. You watch it like you would watch gravity work, with a sense of quiet awe at the perfection of the system. This is the source of the deep, silent vindication you may begin to feel. It is not an egoic "I told you so." It is a spiritual "I see." It is the soul's recognition of a divine law being perfectly executed. It is the deep exhale of a universal order being restored. In the days ahead, one of them will make a critical error in their approach. They will attempt to use their suffering as a key to your door. They will contact you, not with a clean and honest account of their own failings, but with a dramatic story of how much pain they are in now. They will detail how their friends have turned on them, how their life is falling apart, using specific phrases like, "You're the only one who ever really understood me." This is a manipulation, whether conscious or not. They are hoping their pain will trigger your empathy, your old programming to be a healer and a fixer. They want you to see them as a victim, so you will rescue them from the consequences they themselves created. This will be a final exam for you. The test is to listen to their story of woe and to hold your center. You will not offer advice. You will not offer comfort. You will not offer absolution. You will simply hold space and allow your silence to be the most powerful response. Your silence will not be aggressive, it will be regal. It will be the silence of a sovereign who has already heard the case and for whom the verdict is clear. In that silence, they will be forced to sit with the truth. You are not the cause of their pain, and you are not the solution. Their pain is a conversation between them and the universe. And you are no longer the translator. Chapter 6. The NEW language you now speak. The greatest miscalculation they are making is assuming that the person they are trying to return to is the same person they left. They are navigating with an old map to a country that no longer exists. The version of you they knew has been deconstructed, alchemized, and reborn. The person who occupies your body now is an entirely new entity, operating on a completely different energetic frequency. You no longer speak the same language. Their native tongue is the language of the ego. It is a language of manipulation, subtext, guilt, flattery, and passive aggression. It is a dense, low-frequency language designed to control outcomes and manage perceptions. It is full of shoulds, obligations, and conditions. You should call me back after all I've done for you. In the past, you were fluent in this language. You had to be, just to survive. You could decode their hidden meanings, anticipate their moves, and navigate their emotional minefields. But in your healing, you became unlingual. You deliberately unlearned that toxic dialect. It now sounds like incoherent static to you, a foreign tongue you no longer have any desire to understand. The new language you speak is the language of the soul. It is a high-frequency language of radical authenticity, energetic resonance, and brutal, loving honesty. It is a language of clarity. There is no subtext. The meaning is on the surface. Yes means yes. No means no. A soul's no is a complete sentence. Your new language is about resonance and sovereignty. This interaction does not feel resonant. I am choosing to disengage. This new language is efficient. It does not waste energy on drama or performance. You find that your words are fewer now, but they carry significantly more weight. You communicate more with your presence, your silence, and your energy than you ever did with your explanations. This is why their attempts to connect will feel so clumsy and ineffective. It is like they are trying to run outdated software on a brand new, highly advanced operating system. It is simply not compatible. They will send a long, winding text message full of excuses and veiled apologies, and you will feel nothing. You will read the words, but your spirit will not register them because they are not encoded with the frequency of truth. They will try to flatter you, but the compliments will slide right off your energy field because they are not backed by genuine admiration, only by need. They will perceive your new language as an attack. They will call your clarity cold. They will call your boundaries cruel. They will call your authenticity arrogant. This is because their translator is broken. They are trying to interpret a high-frequency broadcast on a low-frequency receiver, and all they hear is static. You will notice this in your body first. Your body has become your most trusted advisor, a literal lie detector. When you encounter their energy, whether through a message or a chance meeting, you will feel a tightness in your throat when they lie, a coldness in your stomach when they manipulate, a buzzing in your hands when you need to create distance. Where you once felt anxiety or a pull of obligation, you will now feel a profound sense of boredom or a clear and immediate energetic repulsion. This is not you being judgmental. This is your finely tuned energetic system giving you clear data. It is telling you this frequency is not a match for yours. This connection will drain your power. Disengage. In a future conversation with one of them, you will witness this phenomenon in real time. They will be talking, trying to elicit a specific emotional response from you: sympathy, anger, nostalgia. And you will observe yourself not feeling it. You will feel a serene and peaceful detachment. You will be present, but you will not be participating in their energetic drama. You will be an unmovable mountain of calm. This isn't a state of apathy, it's a state of profound power. To those who live in chaos, this peace is the most intimidating thing in the world. They cannot find a handhold on it, they cannot manipulate it, they cannot disturb it. You are no longer an instrument they can play. You are the entire orchestra, and you respond only to the conductor, which is your own soul. Chapter 7. The Sovereign's Decree. The culmination of this entire saga is not about their return, it is about your ascension to your throne. Their desperate scrambling to get back into your good graces is merely the final, dramatic confirmation of your new status. They are the subjects of a kingdom they did not realize you were building. And now, they stand at the gates, petitioning for an audience. The question that remains is not whether you will let them in, but what the terms of re-entry are. And those terms are a sovereign decree, not a negotiation. They are the natural laws of your new energetic reality, as non-negotiable as gravity. Let this be understood with absolute clarity. Forgiveness is not the same as access. You can forgive them from a distance for your own peace. You can release the energetic cords of resentment and wish them well on their journey. That is a gift you give yourself. But access to your kingdom, to your time, your energy, and your presence is an entirely different matter. Access is a privilege, and it is earned. The terms of re-entry are not written in words, they are an energetic signature that must be matched. The first term is radical accountability. They cannot simply say, "I'm sorry for what happened." They must demonstrate a deep, cellular understanding of what they did, why they did it, and the impact it had on you without any expectation of your absolution. They must also be willing to correct the false narratives they spread to others. An apology whispered to you in private while the public slander remains uncorrected is not accountability, it is damage control. They must own their shadow, their jealousy, their fear, and the consequences of their actions fully. The second term is proven change. Words are meaningless. Apologies are wind. The only proof of change is sustained, consistent, changed behavior over a long period of time. It is not about a grand gesture. It is about the small things. How do they treat service workers? How do they speak about people who are not in the room? They must demonstrate that they have done their own work. They must show that they have built their own source of inner light, however small, so they are not just trying to plug into yours. They must have faced their own demons, not just run from them back to you. The third and most crucial term is alignment with your new reality. They cannot come back and expect things to be as they were. The power dynamic has been irrevocably altered. You are not equals in this scenario, you are the sovereign, and they are the petitioner. If they return at all, it is on a probationary basis, in a minor role, with their access severely restricted. They must respect the new boundaries, the new rules, the new you. They must be willing to serve the vision of the kingdom you have built, not try to reclaim a throne they willingly abdicated. The ultimate shock for them will be the realization of this price. They are drawn to your warmth, but they are terrified of your fire. They want the benefits of your kingdom, but they are unwilling to submit to its laws. They will discover that the price of re-entry is the complete and total death of their old self, the egoic identity they have cherished for so long. And for almost all of them, this price will be far too high. You will watch them come to this realization. You will see them approach the gate, read the terms inscribed on it, and turn back in fear and confusion. And you will feel no sadness, no disappointment. You will only feel a confirmation of your own discerning wisdom. Their retreat is the final proof that you have built something so valuable, so sacred, that only the truly worthy can even bear to stand in its presence. Their return was never about them. It was the universe's final exam for you. It was a test of your boundaries, your self-worth, and your sovereignty. Their failure to meet the terms is your graduation certificate. The great return is not the story of their redemption. It is the story of your reign. The auditions have begun, and you are the only judge.